Alisa Applewhite, and I am your Chief Executive Officer at Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing. I am a native of New Jersey. I've been a resident in North Carolina for 20 years. I have an amazing husband and 5 beautiful children.
Thank you all for attending this extraordinary event, and tonight we are taking the time out to thank our nurses for all the care they have provided to all the patients, friends, and families. We dedicate this night to celebrate your commitment, your compassion, your perseverance to providing top-of-the-line health care to all patients.
Say breakthroughs in the room.
Breakthroughs in the room.
It's yours if you want it. Anticipating.
Patient always has worse going on than you do. They always have more going on than you do. And if you look at it like that, you will understand that compassion comes automatically.
Went ahead, you apply for your EIN, you got that first with your company name, and you go to the state level to apply, and it's no longer available. Now you have to do additional paperwork just to try to get everything balanced, right?
We are doing a Make the Call to Get the Client challenge. It's a 5-day challenge, and I want you to be a part of it. If you are a healthcare staffing owner and you are suffering with getting clients, hospitals, nursing homes, whatever your niche is, whatever.
We adore each other. We love being with each other, right?
No, I adore it. I enjoy it. I love it.
I don't know what you're going through, but we stopped by to tell you that what's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you. Your destiny, your promise, your future. You might as well shout before you get it, because God sent me here to tell you that what he has for you is gonna be big. That it's my season.
That it's my season.
You ought to declare that over your own life. Say, I believe.
I believe.
Go, and you want that person to have that integrity, that professionalism when the door is closed, because that's what matters. If you're diabetic or you're diabetic, it's a chance that you might lose some type of sensation in your feet. So you always want to touch the water when you get in any type of bath water, when you're immersing yourself in like a jacuzzi or anything.
So how do you see your journey from that point in time till now? And what is it now that you are aiming for? What is it that you seek for yourself?
So right now, I'm just seeking to touch medical professionals nationwide, because, accountability kicks in, and that is what we have with our medical professionals. We make sure they are all of that when the door is closed. So
That's awesome. And
that matters most with your family, your health, and your happiness. You have to choose happiness over anything. And my husband, I love you. When I say, look, you happiness over anything. Wait. Don't go anywhere, y'all. Somebody asked a question, and I'm going to answer it. And I'm telling you, I like this question because I'm going to give a shout out to some of the biggest staffing agencies in the United States. I am so excited about this question. And guess what? It could have been a question you asked. So don't go anywhere. Stay here. Let's get it, y'all.
All right. Welcome, y'all, to another questions and answers. Let's get to it, y'all. We are on episode number 139. Welcome, Stevenson 650. Awesome. I just messaged you. Make sure you definitely look at that. Thank you for being here, family. Let's get to it. Why do I go live Monday through Friday, y'all? Boom. Y'all keep asking me questions. Period. Okay. You ask me questions about business. You ask me questions about life. You ask me questions about children, marriage. And if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it. So I answer your question completely free. I give you 3 things on what I think can answer your question, y'all. So people are DMing me, emailing me, texting me, right? They finding my cell phone number. Like, what in the world? Right? And they're messaging me, asking me questions, y'all. And I promise that I will answer them. So here I am. Let me put the timer on the clock, y'all. I always forget about this clock. I don't know why I forget about this clock, but I always forget about this clock, and I don't want to do that. All right, so 15 minutes on the clock, y'all. Look, 12 o'clock, Monday through Friday, you can catch me here, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, answering your questions. So please keep asking the questions, y'all. I just keep adding it to the list. I was able to add a couple of questions today to the list. Like every day I add questions to the list, because if you got this question, somebody else got this question. So please keep asking questions. And you can comment and ask me a question, and we will literally add it to the list. But right now, this is going to be dedicated to the question they asked. Y'all, Saturdays and Sundays, we ain't forget about you. You literally can, on Saturdays and Sundays, on all social media platforms except for TikTok and LinkedIn, you literally can come for a recording of the question that somebody asked, right? And again, this could be your question. So I give game. I don't give fluff. I ain't got time for fluff. If I'm going to spend any time with you, you're going to get something out of it. All right. So the next thing, the question, episode number 139, which staffing agencies pay the most? I like this question. I don't know who asked this question, but I like it. All right. They're like, Alisa, look, we understand staffing agencies pay some money, but which staffing agencies pay the most? And I just want you to know, whoever asked this question, that I do have a staffing agency. So I'm kind of a little biased on my answers. But, you know, I want to give you some real stuff. I want to give you some real numbers in real time. All right. So they asked, like, what staffing agencies pay the most, y'all. So I came up with 3 staffing agencies in the United States that I think that pays the most. These staffing agencies, some of them may operate outside of the United States, but this is for the United States only, because I only know how to staff the United States at this moment in my life. All right. So I'm definitely going to be learning more about staffing outside the United States, because we do have a client where we can potentially do that. So, you know, you got to grow with the client. All right. So first company, y'all, the first staffing agency that pays the most money is Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing. I told y'all I was biased. I told you, I warned you before you looked at the first one that I was going to be biased. Look at that logo right there, Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing, y'all. This is, to me, the agency that pays the most to medical professionals, y'all. Last year alone, we paid out 82% of our revenue to our medical professionals. And the standard of staffing agencies is literally anywhere between, I'm going to say 50% to 70% that they pay out their staff. So we paid out our staff 82%, y'all, of our revenue. So I think that we pay the most. We do per diem staffing. We do travel staffing. We do permanent placement. All right. We do home health staff. Well, not home health staffing. We do personal care staffing, companion staffing. All right. So we make sure that we pay enough to our medical professionals that they feel confident enough to go to work. Because I know, as a former certified nursing assistant, which is a CNA, I know as a former LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse, I know as a former registered nurse, which is a RN, that some companies will not pay you what you're worth. And I don't feel like a medical professional has a worth on them, but the way society is, you got to make a certain amount of money to live in society. And with the government taking anywhere from 30 to 40% of your check, like, you can say you're going to pay me this amount of money, but I'm really not seeing it, right? So the great thing that I love about our agency is we have the ability to pay people, tax-free because of their travel status, right? So if they're travel nurses, we have the ability to give them a little tax break according to the government on their tax status. So I think we paid the most because every medical professional that we had, except for a couple, like some new grad people, like people that came in with like 6 months to a year experience, they were looking for higher, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm just not. Like, I'm looking for medical professionals with 5 to 10 years experience or more, right? And if I'm going to pay premium pay, it's going to be people who done been in the gutter, they done been in the ground, they know the situations. You put them in the hospital, they're not going to freak out, and they're not going to do something crazy, right? And y'all, I'm telling you, I've learned from this, like putting people in medical facilities, and they doing some crazy stuff. But thank God your girl be having insurance. Like, oh God, they did not do that. They did that, and they work for top of the line. Oh, God, geez, I'm failing them as a leader, Lord. So literally, I feel like we pay the most when it comes to per diem. Our CNAs get paid really, really well. Our nurses get paid very well. And again, y'all, it could be just because of an emotional thing. Like, I know what it's like to work 16 hours and still don't have no relief, and you got to go to sleep in the hospital for 4 to 5 hours and then get back up, brush your teeth, take a little shower, and then go back and work again because there's no relief. Nobody's coming, right? I know what it's like to work in a busy trauma 1 ER center and you can't get anywhere to eat, and then all of a sudden you eating in the bathroom because if I take a break in the break room, they're going to say, oh, this car accident came through. We done had a mass casualty. We did, look, I got to eat or I'm going to pass out. I can't keep going at 12 to 16 hours like this. I got to throw something in my mouth. So I know what it's like to keep granola bars and Nutri-Grain bars in your pocket and be like, man, pop it in your mouth so you can eat. That's a good, let me write that down. Nutri-Grain partnership. Nurses, I'll be giving y'all ideas, y'all. I'm giving y'all ideas. Don't take my ideas. I'm partnering with them. All right. So anyway, grabbing stuff, keeping it in your pocket for a quick power snack because you don't know when you're going to go to lunch, depending on the ER department you're working on, or ICU. You working at ICU and you working at CVICU and you got 10 to 15 drips that you got to all titrate. Make sure this goes with this. Right. And it might not be 10 to 15. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but it do be like 8, right? It do be like 8. So I got to make sure this is on the right line because the person who had it before me didn't look to see what line was compatible with what line. So everything going into one system, making this drug not work. And you wondering why the patient is so uncomfortable with the tube in their mouth and they waking up because the drug that's supposed to keep them paralyzed ain't working because the other drug that's not supposed to keep them paralyzed is contradicting that drug and it's not making it work. So it's a lot of mental space that comes into this whole medical stuff, y'all. There's a lot of stuff that comes into this whole medical stuff. It's not just put on some scrubs, get a stethoscope, get some shoes, and show up to work and act like, you're taking care of patients. You listening to their hearts. The certain type of heart sound can tell you if a patient is doing really bad right now. Certain type of lung sounds can say, oh my God, this patient is in real distress. Abdomen distended, painful, stuff like that. You listening for that, do the thump, and you like, oh my God, wait a minute, we need to call the doctor. There's a lot of skill that goes into being a medical professional. And this is why I feel like top of the line healthcare staffing pays the most, y'all, because I understand as an owner, as a CEO, that there's a lot of stuff that goes into the initials that you carry. And I want to make sure that you are always proud. And not only proud to carry these initials, but I want to make sure that you are able to take care of your family, feed your family. I remember being a CNA and having to walk to work because I didn't make enough to get a car. And then when I made enough, I bought a bike. And then I rode that bike. And then I made enough and somebody sold me a car for $400. And that car would stop at every light. It would literally shut off at every light. And I would have to jump it and get into it and go again to a next light because it was better than walking all the way from across town at 12 o'clock midnight, the times that I got off, and getting home at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, walking as a woman, right? So I understand the stresses of medical professionals. Believe me, I get it. This is why we pay the most, I feel like, with top of the line healthcare staffing, but this is also why we have the nonprofit to help you get through these struggles that everyday people won't see because they're not in it. I've been in it, y'all. As a mayor this year, I have been in it for 20 years. So I get it. If nobody gets what you're going to do, medical professional, your girl got you. All right. So which staffing agency pay the most? Top of the line healthcare staffing. Is right there. Y'all see it? Y'all see my hand? I'm pointing to it. Hold on. Let me get my hand a little bit right there. There you go. All right. So we're going to change that back to the consulting company because I'm going to forget it. All right. So the next one, which staffing agencies pay the most? If you are in the healthcare staffing industry and you do not know who Aya is, you are failing yourself. Okay. So the thing that I love about Aya, I worked for Aya as a nurse. They were the bomb. I'm talking about thebomb.com. All right. They literally took care of me. They put me, they gave me enough money to be in my place when I was in California. I traveled with Aya somewhere else, but I know for sure California because when I got that check from California, y'all, and the check was supposed to be for $15,000 and that check was for $7,000 because they taxed me. I said, what in the world? Aya, what you doing? Aya, what you doing? I made $15,000 this week and I'm only gonna get $7,000. Your girl crying, y'all. Oh my God, babe, California's taking my money. Their taxes is ridiculous. I'm going through. Your sister going through. Like, yo, I can't believe they just taxed me for like what, $7,000 in California. I said, okay, we will fix that. I have a bunch of dependents that I didn't put up there that I didn't know about. I just was like, I'm just going. There's a second job, no dependents on that check. What? I got 5 kids and a husband. What you mean? Every one of them is a dependent. I don't know what you're talking about, but every one of them to me is a dependent according to the IRS. Okay. So literally, I love Aya, y'all, because when I had that moment, I remember calling my recruiter crying and I'm like, yo, I can't believe, like, I'm sick to my stomach. Our house here is $3,000. This little 1-bedroom place in California. Like, how can I afford the next week? Y'all could afford the next week, but that's the story I was giving to them. I'm just being honest with y'all because this is just how Alisa is. So that was the story I was giving to them. But I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. But they pay on time. I've never had any issues with no health insurance with them. Right now, Aya's contracts, y'all, you hear me, right? See, when you're a staffing agency, right now, Aya's have contracts as high as $3,200 a week for medical professionals, right? Now, granted, you might be working 4 days, but they do have contracts for medical professionals starting in the critical care experience. Why do I know that? Because I've been an ICU nurse for 5 years. Why do I know that? Because I was the ER nurse for 6 years. I'm just saying. So they start you off with $32,000 a week. With Aya Healthcare, y'all, they are the number one. Shout out to Aya. Shout out to Aya. I'm so proud of you. Keep killing it. They are the number one staffing agency in the United States. They are the number one vendor management company in the United States. What does that mean for other staffing owners? You can apply to work for Aya and get some of their contracts, okay? Aya is kicking out other agencies out of hospitals, like whole hospital system. I'm talking about hospitals with like 90 to 100 different facilities. They kicking them out. They kicking other staffing agencies out and they making them go under the Aya umbrella. All right. So definitely, y'all, which staffing agencies pay the most? Aya is number one. They keep proving it year after year. They're number one, y'all. So don't hate them. Join them. They hire you. Okay. So here we go. Which staffing agencies pay the most, y'all? This is my favorite staffing agency in the world. Crucial Staffing Agency. They are the reason I wanted to be a healthcare staffing owner. Y'all better look at y'all history on healthcare staffing agencies. Y'all, we got 2 minutes on the clock. The reason why I love Crucial Staffing so much, Crucial Staffing to me is the only company that can drop a contract in our nursing world and people will sit on the phone for 8 hours to try to get that contract. Crucial always pays a lot of money. They normally have government contracts. So they have the strike contracts. They have the emergency contracts. They are normally covered by the government. So they have the first access to government contracts. So anybody who knows in the healthcare staffing industry, on the nursing side or the staffing side, they know that government contracts are those premium contracts. So Crucial has the ability to pay medical professionals more. But the thing about Crucial, they're real strict. So if you're going to work 6 days for them, you get like probably 5 days on, 2 days off, or 6 days on and 1 day off. And you do it for like 2 weeks at a time. So when I first started traveling, Crucial would do these 2-week contracts where you will work for 14 days and you can renew if you wanted to, right? And you can renew every 14 days, but you was making some money, baby. You might be working for 14 days. Some people are like, Alisa, what you mean? That's 14. You might be working for 14 days, but you making some money. And Crucial was so strict where if you called out any of those days, you could never do a contract with them again. So people show up, and because of their standards, because of their principles, because of the rules that they make, I knew that I was going to be a staffing agency that not only mimic them, but like to the T on their principles and their values, right? Pay your staff money so they can come and sign up for these crazy stuff. But at the same time, we are still taking care of patients. At the end of the day, I don't care what staffing agency you go to. I don't care what staffing agencies pay you more. We are still taking care of patients. So I want to make sure if you know another staffing agency that pays more than these 3 staffing agencies, drop it in the chat. Let us know, y'all, because we would like to know. If you have any questions, for sure, make sure that you drop it in the chat and we will answer it during the next one. Let's see. Stevenson said, what are some of the starting salaries? Is that for nurses? Like, be very specific and I'll add it to that question and answer for sure. All right, y'all. So which staffing agencies pay the most? First of them, top of the line, healthcare staffing. Second one, Aya Healthcare. And the third one is Crucial Staffing. Y'all, I just found the contract. I know, right? Y'all hear me, right? I just found the contract and with Crucial Healthcare Staffing in the Charlotte area where they were paying what was it? $2,500 a week in the Charlotte area. $2,500 a week for ICU nurses. All right, so that's 3 days a week too. You got it? You got it? You got it? All right. So you got to stay on top of this. You cannot be in the staffing industry and don't know what your competitors do. All right. So what is some of the starting salaries for certified nursing assistants and medical assistants? Stevenson, I'm going to add that to the questions and we will answer that. That's 2 separate questions for sure. All right, y'all. So the 15 minutes is up. I'm definitely going to answer Stevenson's questions. So make sure you come back. His questions was, what is some of the starting salaries for certified nursing assistants? And what is the starting salaries for medical assistants? Now, Stevenson, there is a certified nursing assistant There is a certified nursing assistant video out there. If you just go to my YouTube and search certified nursing assistant or CNA, it can give you some information. I'm not sure if I mentioned price in there, but it can definitely give you information. All right. So, which of the staffing agencies pay the most, y'all? Top of the line healthcare staffing, Aya Healthcare, and Crucial Staffing. All right. So why do they call me CEO 3 times, y'all? It's simple. Because we have 3 companies and everybody's a CEO, at least you are more than welcome. Everybody's a CEO. And if you don't want to wait for the videos, when you come to the workshop on Friday, you can ask that question and I'll answer it. So make sure you bring that up again. I'll answer it during the workshop. All right. So literally our company name is, I'm 25 minutes over. I got to hurry up. All right. Top of the line healthcare. Oh, Lord. Why do they call me CEO? Everybody's a CEO 3 times in their life, okay? You are bossing yourself. You're bossing your community. Y'all, you're bossing your job or your business, whatever you do, right? You are bossing at least minimum 3 times in your life, right? So we call ourselves CEO 3 times, me and my husband, because we have top of the line healthcare staffing. It's the staffing company that staffs medical professionals in hospitals, doctors' offices, and nursing homes. We have the TOTLHS Heart to Go Inc. This is our nonprofit. This is the agency that takes care of our staff, our medical professionals. We have the real Alisa Applewhite Consulting. It has brought you 15 minutes live Q&A with your CEO 3 times, the real Alisa Applewhite. That's me. So with that being said, y'all, we help everyday people like Stevenson build a healthcare staffing agency from scratch. We literally partner with hospitals, nursing homes, and doctors' offices to teach them on how to retain staff, y'all. We go down to the medical professional and we say, look, If you want to learn how to be an ICU nurse or an ER nurse, if you want to learn these additional skills, we will teach you these additional skills, y'all. We are dropping a community in the next couple of months, and I'm super, super excited about it. So if you want to be a part of this community, y'all, oh my God, it's like in my mind, I want to drop it so bad, but I can't. But we are dropping this community in the next couple of months. That's going to be part of the consulting company. So I'm super, super excited about that. Y'all, we go out into these public school systems and we teach these kids literally how to build their credit and how to build a business at the level they are right now. Y'all, we trying to change lives and generations over here. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. The Real Alisa Applewhite. Again, that's The Real Alisa Applewhite. Again, that's The Real Alisa Applewhite. All right, go follow me, y'all. What you doing? Like, why haven't you followed me yet? Like, I don't get it. If you have not followed me, but if you have followed me, thank you. Look, if you have, thank you. Thank you so much for following me. All right. So make sure you go to my YouTube channel right now. So Stevenson, if you are not part of my YouTube, I'm gonna start looking these people up. I'm about to, you know what? Let's do this. We doing this live. I ain't got time. Let's see if I can look you up here as a follower on my page. All right. So let's see. I'm going to view my channel. Let's see if I can search for Steven, what's your YouTube? What's your YouTube? Stevenson 650. Let's see. Hold on. I don't see it up there. All right. Make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube channel now, y'all. Look, as always. Oh, we can't finish that. We have what we call make the call or get the client. All right. And it is not the challenge, but it is actually the workshop. So let me change this. Oh, God, it's going slow. Make the call to get the client workshop. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. We got a workshop coming to you, y'all. We have a workshop coming to you. This is March 8th, 2024. I appreciate you too, love. This is March 8th, 2024. Do not miss this workshop, okay? We are literally getting you clients. We are literally helping you to target your leads. We are getting you organized. This is a 4-hour workshop, y'all, and we are literally getting you organized, all right? So make sure you go to this. therealaac.com/workshops. Okay. therealaac.com/workshops. So we can get you real. All right. The ticket price is only $497. Right. So that's only $497 for those who missed the weekend special. I'm so sorry for you, but the ticket price is $497. You get to be with us for 4 hours where we are diving deep into your business and we ain't playing no games. We ain't got time to be teaching you no new lessons. We in there, we giving you principles and we are moving with it right away. All right. Because the last thing you need to do is learn another course. What you need to do is act on the leads that you got. And some people don't. So we are going to help you act on them leads right now in real time. Be with us Friday, y'all. It is dedicated to helping you get those leads. So make sure that you get those leads. All right, y'all, as always, I absolutely love y'all. I cannot express this enough. God loves you so, so much, y'all. Make sure that you go build a relationship with God, because at the end of the day, nobody loves you more than God, okay? Nobody absolutely loves you more than God. God absolutely loves you in every single way. And how do I know that God loves you? Because he gives you the breath to keep breathing. All right, y'all. So as always, we got Miss Benny Hassa in here. Oh, the virtual assistant. Hey, boo, what's up? How you doing, my love? So if y'all need a virtual assistant, make sure y'all reach out to Miss Benny Hassa. She is a virtual assistant, y'all. She has worked for me for a while, and she does an excellent job. All right, so definitely reach out to her if you want a virtual assistant. She's gonna help you, and she's very reasonable. All right, so as always, I absolutely love y'all. Thank y'all for being here today. I absolutely love y'all. I cannot express this enough, team. I will see you again. All right, bye-bye.
Oh, wait. I can't end it. I gotta go here. I gotta do the video. The importance of an intent schedule is to help people understand that you have a schedule and that they see that you're organized, and it helps and reflects your business as, okay, this person has their stuff together. If they said they're going to do this, and then they're going to do it. It helps you stay accountable for what you promise people you're going to do, because you cannot have a business where people don't trust you. When the trust is gone, your business is gone.